Hey, Mom. I just wanted to remind you about our plans today since I have some updates. It sounds to me like Reese was able to get reservations at that one restaurant that I was telling you about. I don't think it's going to be anything too formal, so just show up how you would do to any other restaurant. I think we're going out for Italian, so don't wear white.
Yes, I suppose that would make it pretty easy to see where I got sauce on myself, wouldn't it? But I'm glad and grateful that Reese was able to find a good place to book for us. I am really looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to this too, Mom. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that I was also a bit nervous.
What do you mean, Claire? What is there to even be nervous about? Did something happen between you and Erwin?
No. It's nothing to do with Erwin and I at all. But it's just that, well, I guess his dad says some things that just really weren't sitting right with me. And I think that some of what his dad has been saying might be starting to rub off on Erwin. I'm not really sure if I can explain it any better than that without going into too much detail about what all was said.
I'm sorry, but I guess I'm just a little bit confused. If you don't want to talk about this, then that's okay. But I'm afraid that I can't really follow along with what you're saying to me.
Well, it's just, I don't know. I guess that Erwin's dad really doesn't seem to be happy about the fact that I was raised in a single-parent household. And this isn't just hearsay, Mom. He's actually told me this himself. And now, even Erwin has been saying things that hint at him not being happy about that either.
Wait a second. You mean that your fiance's father, and now even your fiance, are talking bad about the way that you were raised? What were they even saying?
I don't know. I wasn't really trying to listen, to be honest. But you know his family? They all come from a long line of politicians, and I guess they just have some pride about that. And I think more than anything, they probably just have a lot of misconceptions and misgivings about what being raised in a single-parent household even means. But I just know that if they were to meet you, that would probably solve everything. I mean, you do know who Erwin's dad Reese is, right?
Yes, I think I've heard of him, but I think that we've hardly ever actually interacted in person. Although, I am sure that Reese wouldn't want to try and start anything with me as soon as he realized who I am.
No. I don't think that he would try and start with you over anything. Although, don't be surprised if he gets a little competitive about things.
I suppose that might have to be expected, won't it? But if that's all that's going to happen, then I'm not sure what you're worried about. I think I know how to handle myself, thank you very much. But after all, I think there were plenty of people who thought that they could look down on us just because I was raising you all by myself. But I am sure that if we just all sit down to eat a nice meal and talk this out, that we'll be able to clear up some of their misconceptions. Although, that being said, I have to say that I'm surprised that someone would actually still cling on to such an outdated belief.
I know. You're right. You might be fine tomorrow. But that wasn't all that I wanted to talk to you about. There's something else that I wanted to discuss with you before the meal.
Oh, really? Well, what is it that you wanted to talk to me about? What else is there that I should know?
The thing is that both Reese and Erwin asked for your phone number so that they could get in contact with you. So I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind if I shared that with them before tomorrow.
That's a bit strange that they would ask you for that when we're all about to meet tomorrow in person anyways. Can they not just get my number from me directly tomorrow? Why can't we just do that?
Well, I told them that you were really busy and that she might not like it, but they both seemed pretty insistent about it.
I see. Well then, I guess that means that they won't take a simple no for an answer. And it makes me think that there is something they might have that they want to talk to me directly about. So I suppose that if they really do want my number that badly, that there shouldn't be a problem in you giving it to them.
Okay, I'll go ahead and pass along your number to them. Thanks so much for understanding, and I'm sorry to bug you with this when you're already so busy.
You don't have anything to apologize about, Claire. After all, you're not the one asking for this. But I just do hope that things between you and Erwin are still going well. I just want you to know that it's okay to call this off if you feel that it's not going well.
No. It's nothing too bad or serious. I just wish that they would be a little more open-minded towards you and the whole raised by a single mother thing. And I think it just stinks that this is even a topic that we have to clear things up on and try to make them feel comfortable with. Does all of that make sense?
Of course it does. And I completely understand why you would hope to have more support from your fiance and his family. But hopefully, after we all sit down and talk about this tomorrow, it won't become a problem in the future. Either way, I am really looking forward to the meal and seeing everyone in person. So I'll see you tomorrow, dear. You have a lovely rest of your day.
Hello, this is Town Councilman Reese Harrison. I take it that this is Naomi, Claire's mom, isn't it?
Hello. Yes, this is Naomi Williamson. It is a pleasure to meet you, Reese. Or rather, I suppose it would be more appropriate to say that it's been a long time since we last spoke, hasn't it?
Are you saying that you and I have met before? I'm terribly sorry, ma'am, but I really don't remember meeting you at all. In fact, thinking about it now, I don't think I've ever met anyone from a single-parent household before, not the kid or the parent, so I don't think that we've ever met.
Oh, but we have met before, you and I. Although I am thinking that maybe meeting each other tomorrow in person might serve to jog your memory a little bit.
Well, I understand that you seem to think that we've met before, but I'm telling you that I have no recollection of that at all. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? You and I have not met. In fact, I really don't think someone like me would ever lower themselves and talk to someone like you. Or rather, how would someone as low as you even manage to talk to me?
Lower yourself? You think I'm beneath you? I really don't understand what it is you're trying to get at.
All right, look, I'm going to get to the chase and skip all the niceties, okay? Now, I really don't know what you or your daughter might be after with all this. But I want you to know that I am not going to let you pull any kind of scam on me or my family. Understand? We are not going to give either of you one red cent. In fact, I'll even be more honest. I don't trust you or your daughter one bit.
I'm sorry, but I'm just a little confused about what you're talking about. When did either of us even say that we wanted money from you?
Listen, I'm a member of the town council. I know what it's like to live in the world that I do. And if I've learned one thing, it's that when a poor family tried to get close to you, they're only trying to do so with one goal in mind. I mean, the moment that Erwin told me that he was dating some girl from a single-parent household, I have to say that I was quite shocked. I thought he would have thought more carefully about who it was he was going to be bringing home to introduce to his mom and I. But I guess that my boy is still young and has a lot to learn. After all, he didn't even know that he should be watching out for exactly your kind of people to come slinking around.
I'm sorry, Reese, but do you not realize at all just how insulting you're being both to me and my daughter? Why do you think that you can just assume that every single parent household is just after money? I really don't think that you have any real basis for any of these beliefs besides your own personal biases. And I would really appreciate it if you stopped accusing my daughter and I of such behavior. You're being very rude. Now, tomorrow we are supposed to get together for a nice meal and discuss how our children are engaged to one another. So I just can't understand why you think that it's appropriate to be texting me these kinds of things the day before such a meeting.
I just thought that I'd give some kind of forewarning before we met. I just wanted to let you know that I already know exactly the kind of people that you and your daughter are, and I won't let you get away with this.
You really just don't know when to stop, do you? What makes you think you have the right to talk about two people that you haven't met like that?
I already told you that I'm on the town council, didn't I? If there's one thing that I know, it's people and how they work. And if you think that I'm going to let your daughter sully my family's legacy, then you're dead wrong. I mean, did you two really think you would get away with this? That I would just let you waltz into my family and open the doors and let you both in?
Again, there is really no need for any of this kind of language, Reese. I just want to know how you can make these judgments when we haven't even met in person. You may be on the town council, but if you don't see why that post shouldn't make you more empathetic to the needy, then that is quite disturbing.
What? You think that being a politician means that I'm supposed to be some kind of bleeding heart? You think it means that I'm supposed to care about the average person on the streets? Being a politician just means that I'm better than everyone else.
And here I thought being on the town council meant that you were supposed to be a representative of your constituency. Working for the town council isn't something that makes you great. It's a job you should be given because you're already a good person. I really do think that if you don't change your outlook on the world, that you might make some serious consequences for yourself.
What do you know about anything? You're just a single mother to a sad, pathetic little girl, but I guess I'm starting to see why it is that your husband left you. If I had to be nagged at like this by you every single day, I might pack my bags and never come back too. But don't worry, I'm going to see to it that Erwin leaves your daughter the same way that your husband left you.
Again, you have no idea about anything that my daughter and I have gone through, and I would appreciate you not jumping to conclusions like that. I have to say that I am really, really disappointed in you, Reese. But let's just say that I am very much looking forward to tomorrow. I can't wait to see the look on your face when we finally see each other in person, after all this time.
What? You mean you're still going to come tomorrow? Even after all that I've said? You're a persistent one. I'll certainly give you that, lady. But you know that this isn't going to change anything. I am going to protect my family from no good lowlives like you and your daughter. I won't let some poor rabble like you sink their claws into my son.
I am just going to say that the only reason I am ever bothering to show up to this tomorrow is all for my daughter's sake. Although, given the way that you've been treating me just in this text conversation alone, don't be surprised if this whole engagement just falls apart.
Well, that will be fine with me. In fact, I was hoping to achieve that by now anyways. What about any of what I said that makes you think that I want my son to go through with this marriage?
Look, I think that as parents, we should support the choices that our children make, especially when it comes to love. Now, if you think that my daughter has some kind of ulterior motive, I can assure you that she doesn't, and I'll have you know that neither do I.
You know what? On second thought, I might actually be okay with your daughter marrying my son, as long as she promises never to talk to you ever again.
I'm sorry, I don't think that I'm following along with what you're saying. What would be the point of that?
I mean that I'd let her marry Erwin if she just casts her past as someone raised by just a normal mom. Not only would you have hung around only bringing shame to my brilliant political dynasty, but it would be the only way that we can really be sure we can control your daughter and make sure she doesn't either steal money or ruin our reputation. If she could do that, then I'll let her marry my boy.
Well, I'll say this much for you, Reese. You certainly do have an overinflated sense of self. I mean, to think that the day before we were supposed to meet in person, you reach out to me just to insult my family and I like this. You must really think that your family is the cream of the crop around here, don't you?
Of course I do. My family has literally helped to lead this town for generations. What have you done with your life besides lose a husband and raise a useless daughter? Even my son is working in my campaign office, and one day, if he learns how to do it right, he'll be ready to take over my seat on the council. But before that can happen, I need to make sure that he gets smart enough about what kind of people he's letting into his life.
Sorry, don't we live in a democracy? I don't see how you think you'll just pass along your seat. And I will ask you to keep your comments about me, my daughter, and how I raised her to yourself when we meet tomorrow.
If you have a problem with anything that I have to say tomorrow, you can just leave and cancel the whole engagement. I'm a politician, and here in this country, we have a little thing called freedom of speech. Got it? But more important, I'm going to do whatever it takes to protect my family from people like you, and that's why you're not going to get away with this.
If the only reason you're seeking power is just so that you can lord it over people you see as beneath you, then I don't think you're a good fit for office. Especially since you seem to think that you can actually create some kind of dynasty with your family, or that would even be something desirable for a functioning democratic society.
There you go again, running your mouth as if you have any idea what you're talking about. Politicians isn't for women, and it certainly isn't for a single mother. You don't know what's good for society because you're not good for society. But I don't even know why I'm trying to tell you all of this. It's like trying to teach a toddler about rocket science. It's all going in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, you're right. I am getting nothing of value from this conversation at all. But I suppose you'll just have to try again in person tomorrow. Anyways, that's all the time I have to text. I look forward to seeing you then.
How are you supposed to sit when we only made reservations for us and not you?
Excuse me? What are you talking about? Are you talking about our lunch plans today?
Of course I am. I made reservations at one of the nicest Italian places in the city, and let's face it, there's no way that a nobody like you can afford to eat here. So since you don't even have enough money to afford your own meal, why would we be reserving a seat for you both to be here? Did you really think that you were going to get a free lunch from me that easily? Well, think again.
There you go again, trying to make fun of me for things that you have no idea about.
I know that you're poor, and that tells me everything else that I need to know about you. You're the one that needs to learn and accept their place in the world.
You really think that you know my place better than I do? Don't know what to say to a man like you.
I don't care what you say. Nothing you could ever say is going to change how I feel about this marriage or you, and that's why you don't have a seat here. So if you want, you can either stand at the table while we eat and enjoy our food like civilized beings, or you can give up and go home. Honestly, you should be grateful to me that I'm even giving you the choice. Don't say that I never did anything for you.
I see. Well, if those are the only two choices that are going to give me, then why don't you just tell my daughter that I've gone home?
Yes, this is perfect. You better go home. There's no place for you here at all.
Yes, it would appear that there isn't. Just don't tell me that I didn't warn you. You will regret this.
Regret? This is the best decision I've made in a long time. If I knew that it would be this easy to get rid of you, I wouldn't have even bothered talking to you yesterday. Now, get out of here, you low-life nobody.
I guess we'll just have to see who the real lowlife is, won't we?
Hey, what the heck is going on here? Huh? We've been waiting at the restaurant for a long time now, and nobody is here. I mean, not even my son has shown up here yet. He's not even picked up his phone. Do you have any idea what's going on here?
Our whole family is over. It's ruined, and you were the one that ruined it.
Wait, what? What is all this? What are you talking about? Have you gone crazy or something?
No, sorry about that. I was only passing along a message from your wife is all. I actually ran into her in front of the Italian restaurant and explained to her all of what happened between you and I.
Wait a second. You mean that it was my wife who said that? So then, does that mean that she was talking about our family?
Yeah, I mean, it would appear as if that was what she was referring to. But this is what you get for trying to treat me the way you did. I'll have you know that no one in my life has been more supportive of me than my mother.
What are you talking about, Claire?
But I just really don't get where someone like you gets off. I mean, why be so judgmental about people you haven't met when you're literally going to meet them the next day? I really thought that you would have been more careful with your choice of words after hearing that you had met with my mom before. But I guess your wife was able to figure out what you weren't, that's why she got so distraught.
Okay, just what the heck is going on here? Huh? What are you talking about? What did my wife figure out that you're saying that I wasn't able to? Huh?
I'm just saying that your wife saw who my mom was and that her reaction to how you treated her. But I'm surprised that you couldn't fit all the pieces together. After all, my mom is one of your most influential supporters and basically won your last election for you.
Hold on a second, now you're really not making any sense at all. I mean, are you really trying to tell me that I owe my victory to your mom?
I just thought that you would recognize my mom as head of Williamson and Company. But I guess you were so hung up on the fact that she raised me as a single mother that you blinded yourself to everything else. And no matter how many times my mom tried to warn you, you just kept looking down on her.
Wait a sec. Are you trying to tell me that your mom is the same Naomi Williamson who heads the Williamson & Co.?
That's right. And I'm just shocked that even after my mom gave you her full name, that you still accused her of being after your money. You really should have just kept your mouth shut until you had actually seen her face to face. But then again, not even Reese knows who my mom really was. This was going to be the first time the two of them met.
But no, are you telling me the truth? Is your mom really? She can't be.
She literally told you who she was and encouraged you to stop talking until we had all met in person. But are you telling me that you didn't even do any looking into who my family might be? Where it was coming from? Or did you think that it would just be a waste of money and resources to do so much digging into a nobody like me? Even as a politician, I would have thought that name recognition alone would have been enough to tip you off, but...
Please, you have to tell me where your mom is right now. I am serious.
She already told you that she was going to go back home, didn't she? As for me, after I met up with your wife, I texted Reese and told him that I couldn't get married to him anymore. So even though we will probably never meet again, I hope that this serves as an important wake-up call to you about how to treat others.
What do you mean? You broke up with my son. But what about the wedding? What's going to happen with that?
I just told you that there isn't going to be a wedding. I wouldn't want to join your family in a million years.
But we come from a long line of leaders and politicians.
Why should any of that matter if you're just using your prestige and power to look down on others? I've already talked to Reese about all of this as well, so it's over. Please, don't bother my mom or I again. Despite what I said, Reese ended up calling my mom from the restaurant to beg her to forgive him. He must have really been desperate to have that kind of conversation in a public place, because it turns out that a local reporter was in a nearby table and overheard half of the phone conversation. He picked up enough to hear that Reese had been very cruel and mean in his language to an important supporter. When he finally figured out it was my mom, the reporter asked her to comment on the story. She didn't, but her texts with Reese were somehow leaked to the press. And so, in the midst of his son's engagement falling apart, the news about Reese broke, and his support rates and votes quickly tanked. After that, investigations into his campaign revealed some financial irregularities, and now it's a whole thing. Frankly, I stopped following the story shortly after it broke, as I knew all the details that mattered to me. I'm just grateful that I dodged a bullet by not marrying into Erwin's family and getting my mom caught up in all of this as well. As for my mom, after all of the news stories about Reese and his family were breaking, she withdrew all of her support for any of his campaigns and released a statement explaining why she chose to do so. Not only were the financial crimes a problem, of course, but she discusses the appropriate way that Reese conceived of political power and how he lacked the spirit appropriate for having such power in a pluralistic society. I can only hope that this whole story serves to warn powerful people about being too full of themselves, but I'm not going to hold out much hope.
Meadow, it's been years now. I hope things have been doing all right for you. You're living at my parents' house right now, right? Well, then from now on, I hope you and I can be friendly with one another. Huh? What are you talking about, Veronica? You should be well aware of what you've done to me, right? So what do you mean you hope we can be friendly with one another? I am no longer willing to talk with you in person, let alone sit here reading all your texts. So make it quick before I block your number. What? Did you not hear anything from my brother about this? I told him to let you know as well. I'm coming back to my parents' house and I'll be staying there to have my baby. That's why, in order not to surprise you or anything, I thought I'd send you a couple of texts. Wait, you're joking about that, right? You really think I'm going to be okay with you coming back here to have your baby? I kind of expected you'd say something like that. But this has already been decided on. I've already gone and told all of this to my parents, and they agreed that I can come home to have my baby. So from here on out, you're going to have to deal with me again, right? I hope that you can learn to forget about what happened 5 years ago. It's interesting that you can make it sound so simple. Like I could really just learn to forget that day all in order to make up with you or something? Do you actually remember any of what you did to me then? Oh, come on now. That was all a complete accident back then, right? There's no reason for you to be overthinking things again like that. I see. Then does this mean you still have no intention of saying sorry to me or anything at all after what happened that day? Say sorry to you? For what? I get it now. No, wait. I actually understood all of this a long time ago. Veronica, to some of us, we like to think that you don't have a heart within that body of yours. I see. Meadow, you're jealous of me right now, aren't you? You are so jealous of the fact that I'm going to become a mother before you can. All because you can't get pregnant anymore, right? Well, just because you're defective now, don't be getting all upset with me, okay? I'm going to become a mom now, and I don't deserve to be hated by anyone for it. I plan to have a very healthy and happy birth here soon, so please work with me to make sure that happens. Say whatever you'd like, just know that I am not forgiving you a single bit over what happened. What? So this means you're not going to play nice with me then? Well, that's just not going to do. I'll tell my mom about this and see what she has to say. Go right ahead. I was just joking. What? What do you mean you were just joking there? I was joking about not hearing how you'd be coming to your parents' house to have your baby. I've been waiting anxiously for you to come. What? Seriously? Something about that reaction. For some reason, I'm not sure how to feel besides surprised. So you're really looking forward to me coming back home to my parents' house? You'll be coming home this weekend to start living here for a bit again, right? I'm really excited about that. Oh, thank goodness. You have always been so sensitive when it comes to things. You really got me there, thinking you were actually still upset about that little accident from 5 years ago. We all know that what happened then means nothing now, since it was just an accident. From your point of view, I can understand you seeing it that way. What? What do you mean? Nothing, Veronica. I'm just talking to myself, per se. I find it very interesting that you plan to come back to your parents' house to have your baby when you know I've been living here. What? Why do you find that interesting? That's my family's house, so of course I'm coming home to it to have my baby. But considering what did happen 5 years ago, don't you find what you're doing a little bit too irresponsible? Tell me, please. Tell me that you haven't forgotten everything that happened 5 years ago to me. And like I was saying, all of that was an accident. Right now, none of that has anything to do with me and my baby, right? Stop acting like a victim just because you couldn't become a mother yourself. I'm not trying to act like a victim right now. I'm just shocked by what's going on here. Just because you fell down those stairs and ended up having a miscarriage because of it doesn't mean you have to base your whole life off that event. It was one small thing, and you should be more than able to just forget about it now. Now, I'll be home this weekend to prepare to have my baby, so I hope you and I can get along well. I've been waiting 5 years for this. What? I'm really looking forward to seeing you back home with the whole family. And I hope that you're looking forward to things here as well. Something seems fishy here, right? Meadow, I've never been so welcomed by you like that before. Did you hit your head on something recently? Well, whatever. I am looking forward to being back at my parents' house and to seeing you in person again. All right, just a few more days. I'm really looking forward to all of this.
I was just told by my sister that she had gone and texted you. But she was saying you were acting all welcoming to her back at my parents' house. Are you feeling okay right now? If having her come back to this house for a while isn't going to make you feel safe, we can say no to her. Well, it might be a little late now, but we can figure something out.
Thank you for being so worried about me, Ian. But I have some plans in mind for her, so you don't have to think about how I'm feeling yet. I just need you to leave everything to me and play along with what I have in store for her.
I know you've had a lot of pent-up anger towards my sister, and rightfully so. We both do. But please don't overdo things to the point that you hurt yourself in the process. I would like it if you would talk to me a bit more about things.
Yeah, I know that. But I will make sure that our anger towards her is taken care of in a very healthy way. So just leave her to me, please. She's more of my problem than she is yours, so this is only fair to us. And considering it was decided that I'd never be able to forgive her for what she's done to me years ago, I've been planning. Planning for a way to get revenge for what she's done to me, done to us. I'm sorry that this has to happen to your little sister, but I'm not messing around anymore.
I understand. I promise to not get in your way. But please don't take things too far and get to the point where you're only making things worse for yourself. Okay? Especially since right now is the time in which you need to take care of your body and mind the most.
Things will be fine. If things get out of hand for me, I'll make sure to talk with you. But I'm not stopping until Veronica is burning in hell for all of us to sit back and watch. Hey, Meadow! Why am I being told to not come back to my parents' house now? What is all of this? I'm so sorry that you got the message right as you were coming home. I forgot to mention this to you before, but this is about your parents' house. I'm the one who owns it now, and my name is even on it, making it officially mine. Huh? What are you saying? What makes you think you can say so many stupid things in one sentence? That place is my family's house, my parents' house, and the house that my older brother will one day get. Why am I not allowed in there? Because right now, I'm the one bringing in most of the money for this house. I was also given the house by your parents because I handed them a little money to take it off their hands. Therefore, without my approval, you cannot come into this house and stay here. I'm sorry, but I don't ever remember giving you any form of approval to come back and stay here. Huh? You're going to tell me all of this now, then? But we were just texting each other a couple of days ago, and you were being all welcoming towards me. That's because my chance to finally get the revenge I've been seeking has come. What? Revenge? There's no way you actually believed that after everything you did to me 5 years ago, I'd be willing to forget about it and move on, right? You think I'm going to let you come into my house now before having your baby? After you caused me to fall down that flight of stairs 5 years ago, weeks before I planned to give birth to my baby, causing me to have a miscarriage? I think your head is too high up in the clouds, Veronica. You really just expect me to get over something as traumatic as that? I didn't cause you to fall down those stairs. It was all an accident then. Of course it was. That's all you could ever think to call that, and that's why you never said anything besides, it was an accident. And by doing so, you got others to believe what you were saying, and those around us started to claim it was an accident as well. But I knew better than to fall for your lies. You were so deeply jealous of me that you made it your goal to end my baby's life. Deeply jealous of you? You must have a huge misunderstanding then. Just the other day, you were going on about how sorry you were about becoming a mother before me. Like you were trying to make me feel bad about things. That only deepened my hatred towards you and further cemented the fact that you pushed me down those stairs on purpose. You didn't like the fact that 5 years ago I was going to be having a baby before you, and that's why you acted. And so what? Are you going to tell me that just because you think I did everything on purpose and want to make you feel bad, you can keep me away from my parents' home? You must be such a mess inside if you're thinking things like that. I'm sorry that your life sucks so bad. Now hurry up and let me into this house. That's not all, Veronica. Huh? Now what are you going to talk about? I have been planning for a day like today for the past 5 years now. You really thought that this was going to be my revenge? Keeping you locked out of your family's house? Come on now. You should know better than to think this was it. Stop calling it revenge, you freak. There is nothing else you can do to me that'll make me regret any of what happened. I made sure to hire an investigator so that I could learn more about the creature you are and find out what's been going on inside that head of yours. What? And after they went and followed you around a bit and got to looking, they found some interesting evidence of you being unfaithful. I think right now it's around the time your husband should be getting all of those documents and evidence in the mail from the investigator. Hold on a sec. What the hell is going on with you right now? Evidence that I've been unfaithful? What? And who is this investigator you hired? Why would you get someone like that to snoop on your own family? What the actual frick is going on? Stop freaking out right now. You know better than anyone else what's been going on and what will most likely happen now that you've been exposed. I know you thought you could get away with cheating and hide it from everyone else. But while I was trying to find out what the hell is wrong with you, we landed on some evidence pointing to the fact that you've been unfaithful. And all of that evidence will be in the hands of your husband now. I really wonder what's going to happen to your life as a mother now, Veronica. This isn't some kind of a twisted joke? You're being serious right now? Did you really hire someone to stalk me and find out what I've been up to? Why did you think it was necessary to do all of that to me? Are you trying to ruin my life forever or something now? Yes, since this is a part of my revenge. I've been waiting for years for something like this to come up, and I finally found some really juicy stuff. Had it not been for the evidence of you cheating on your husband, then my revenge would have never led to an even battlefield. I want you to taste the same kind of hell you put me through 5 years ago. Hold on, Meadow. This all has to be a bluff of some kind, right? I'm not going to let you get away with trying to trick me like this. I know that you wish you could be me and be pregnant with a baby again, and that's why you're taking all of that jealousy out on me now. Think of it however you'd like, please. I've already talked about all of this with Ian and your mom. What? About all of what? About you cheating on your husband with another man and about why you're not allowed in my house. Your mom was a little worried at first about you, so I had to really clear things up for her. And when I told her who it was that helped them pay off their loans, your mom shut up and said what I am doing is totally fine. So this means now you're going to have to start looking for a new place to live all on your own, okay? There is no way any of this is happening to me. You don't have to believe reality if you don't want to. It'll be a lot less painful burning in hell when you live in your own delusions. But just know that people like you who don't know how to ask for forgiveness after committing a sin will never be able to escape what's coming for you. Now, this is goodbye forever from me. Hey, Meadow, I'm in a little bit of a pickle right now. So have you finally stopped believing in your delusions and opened your eyes to reality? I am being told by my husband right now that he wants a divorce. There's no way this can be happening. I'm about to give birth to my baby. How could he do something like this to me? And 5 years ago, I was about to give birth to my baby as well. But I understand that you were so close to having yours, but please, you have to help me out right now. Can you talk to my husband and tell him all of that evidence you sent him is fake? I won't be able to manage myself if this divorce actually happens. I can go have a talk with your husband if you'd like. What? Seriously? You'll really go and talk to him for me? But there's one condition. What condition? I'll do anything for you to make sure my husband doesn't leave me. As long as I can be with him, I'll listen to anything you say. If you're that attached to someone like him, then you should have never gone out and cheated on him for so long. Well, anyway, if you're going to listen and do as I say, then I'll go have a little chat with your husband about this divorce. The one condition I have for you, is that you have to confess to everyone that what you did 5 years ago to me was on purpose. I have to confess? In other words, correct. You have to tell everyone the truth, that there was no accident then, and that you pushed me down those stairs with the full intent of hurting my baby. I want you to not only confess to that, but to also apologize for it. Although I don't expect too much to change after you've apologized to me. Can you do that for me? But confessing to something like that, it'll be making me look like a criminal. To tell you the truth, that's the whole point, Veronica. So what are you going to do? Are you going to do as I've asked? I I understand. I should do as you've asked, right? That would be the best choice for me. All right. But for that, you are going to talk with my husband about all of this, please. Then you'd better make sure it's loud and clear that you were intent on ruining my chance of having a baby out of jealousy, okay? I want everyone to hear the truth from you. Tell me right now what you'll say. I pushed Meadow down those stairs while she was pregnant on purpose. I did that because I am younger than her and was jealous that she could be having a baby before me. I hated the fact that my mom was so happy to finally get her first grandchild and it would be coming from you. And that's why I made you fall down that flight of stairs. But I didn't expect it to cause you to have a miscarriage after. I'll tell everyone I did that on purpose. I'm sorry. Understood. Thank you so much for letting me know all of that. Now, I would like you to say that over the phone. What? You want me to say all of that to you again? I want to hear you say all of that with your own voice. If you really want me to go have that talk with your husband, then you should be willing to confess over the phone. Okay, you can call me then. Will do. And make sure you are loud and clear when saying everything to me. Meadow, you heard all of that from me now, right? I confessed to everything. Can you please go and have a word with my husband now? I just spoke with him, with your brother as well. Huh? Why would you have anything to say to my brother about this? He has nothing to do with this. Ian was still not fully convinced that you were fully intent on pushing me down those stairs back then, and so I had to make sure he was fully aware of the truth now. I explained to him that his little sister is a criminal and that she was the reason for why our baby was never born. Hold on. Why would you want to talk with him about that when you should be figuring out my divorce problems? Didn't you say you'd forgive me after I confessed to you? I never said anything about forgiving you, Veronica. I even went and said that you confessing would still not change things between you and I. But you said that you'd be going to have a word with my husband for me, right? I did say that, and I never said what I'd be talking with him about and if it would be with him alone or not. What? What do you mean? I made sure to also tell your husband about how you confessed to killing my baby. Now he knows that you're not only the kind of creature that cheats, but also a cold-blooded killer. Huh? You never said anything about bringing that up with him, though. That's not what you were supposed to be saying to him. Like I said, I never promised you anything about what I'd be saying to him about you. All we agreed to was that I'd be having a word with him for you and that it would be about you. Also, your husband wanted to talk with me about the evidence he was given showing you cheating on him, and about the results from the tests. I think that divorce is set in stone now. What tests are you talking about? Nobody has talked with you about this part yet? Whose baby is that you're carrying right now? What are you going on about? He's my husband's baby. What are you trying to say about me now? From what your husband's told me, he's infertile. Huh? When I first started to learn about how you had been cheating on your husband and the evidence was sent to him, I sent him a text asking to go and get tested. I was a bit concerned about some things and wanted to make sure I had his back in this. So he did as I said and got some tests done on himself. As of right now, it's not only me that wants to ruin your life, but your husband as well. Wait, ruin my life? I don't want anyone's life to be ruined, though. Wait a second. He's infertile? Huh? Then that means this kid… That baby was made by the man you've been cheating on your husband with. Well, isn't that great to hear? Even though you'll lose your current husband, your baby will still have his daddy around. No way. So this really isn't my husband's baby at all? Then that means he won't even be required to pay me child support if we get this divorce. Well, that's up to your husband, but I don't think he cares about you or that baby anymore. It's not even his baby. Meadow, what the actual frick have you been trying to do here? Because of you, my life is going to be all kinds of screwed up. You're taking things this far? It's been 5 years since that happened, and yet you are still acting like it happened only yesterday. You're such a child. To me, what you did was enough to make the scars and terror last a lifetime. To me, no matter how much time goes by, that whole event is going to feel like it only happened yesterday. At least now you understand just how much hatred I've had for you all these years. Well, luckily I was able to get my revenge, and with that, I think my plans have all played out. I did feel a little guilty at first for doing all this since you are my husband's little sister. Well, of course you should be feeling guilty about what you've done. You're behaving worse than me back then. I am pregnant right now. I should be treated and cared for with the most importance. You say that like you didn't push a pregnant woman down the stairs, killing her baby. If you feel even a little bit guilty for what you've done, then help me. I want to have my baby in a safe and loving environment. That's all I want. If my husband is going to leave me now, then at least let me be with my family. Let me inside that house. I know that's what my mom wants. And your mom was just updated by Ian about what you'd said to me, about your confession. What? Everyone in this family knows now that it was you who caused the miscarriage. So what are you going to try and do now? Your family no longer wants you around, and we have no plans of listening to you if you begin to beg and cry. Meadow, so far it doesn't seem like you have any sense of guilt for what you're doing to me. You were lying to me about that. I said I felt a little guilt at first, but when I really started to think things through, I learned that the baby isn't even your husband's. And that's when I realized there really is no reason to feel guilty about crushing one little gnat. Right now, I'm pretty happy with what I've accomplished today. You should be forced to repent for your sins, Veronica. Hold on a second, Meadow. I am so very sorry about what happened 5 years ago, so please help me. If things keep going this way, I'll be on my own with no money or anything. That's right. Sorry, but in with this, I have to say it. I'm already on the phone with the police reporting to them that the culprit has confessed to the crimes she committed 5 years ago. What? The police? You have to understand that when I went to the hospital covered in bruises and with a miscarriage, there were a lot of questions being asked. So I made a report to the police about what you'd done. However, considering that at the time you lied your ass off saying it was an accident, nothing could be done. Now it's time for you to face legal judgment for your crimes. Meadow, wait! Can't you just leave me alone now? Forgive me, for God's sake. I'm telling you that I've learned my lesson now, all right? Forgive me, please. Please. I've told you plenty of times now that there is never going to be any forgiveness from me. I want for you to rot in hell for what you did, but before that happens, you must repent. I was forced to experience hell 5 years ago, although it was not because of my own doing. And so because of that, I am left with memories of things that will haunt me forever. So I plan to do the same to you.
Just like you were thinking, that kid inside Veronica is not her husband's. He is so happy that you told him to get the testing done because it's going to save him a whole lot of money. Also, my mom has told me to tell you she's sorry for not believing what you said happened 5 years ago. She wants to tell you that she's sorry in person too, so hopefully you'll forgive her at least.
Of course, I'm going to forgive anyone who's a part of my family. And honestly, I feel kind of bad for taking my revenge so far. Not for your little sister, but for the rest of you.
There's no need for you to be feeling bad. I feel bad that you had to live knowing someone like her was on the loose for so long.
Well, it's pretty much over now.
Did you end your call with the police then, for my mom and dad's sake?
Well, they didn't do anything to cause what happened to me, so I wasn't going to include them in the police investigation. However, for leaving them out of it, they'd better take care of me from now on.
That's a good point. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I think we're both fine. Today the medical exam went really well, and we both look healthy to the doctor.
Thank goodness. I know that you've had to deal with a lot because of Veronica. We all have. But from now on, we both need to focus on a new little girl, right? One who's hopefully not a monster.
That's right. Please tell your parents thank you for not saying anything to Veronica about me being pregnant. And thank you as well. I want to keep it that way for the time being.
Well, even if she did find out about it, there's nothing she could do. You'll also have me at your side this time, to stop her if she does find a way out.
Thank you, Papa. Ian, from now on, let's do our best to raise a better baby than she can. And let's do this in memory of our last child. After that, I was able to give birth to a very cute little girl who was very healthy and had a huge smile on her face. Veronica ended up having to pay $15,000 to her husband in a settlement, and then after the divorce, her secret man and father of her baby ran away from her. But that wasn't it for her, as soon after all that happened, the police came and got her and took her to the courthouse to be put on trial for the damage she caused to me, causing the miscarriage. She would receive 3 years in jail and would be required to pay me a settlement of over $350,000 for all the medical bills I had to pay, and for the loss of my baby at the time. All I can say is I'm really happy she finally came forward with the truth of her intentions. There is still the worry about what'll happen to her baby, but from what the judge said, she'd lose custody of it the moment it's born. I'm sure that all of this has given her a taste of the hell she put me through, and I hope those next 3 years in jail and all the debt she'll have gained keeps her there for good. And if someday her and I do happen to run into one another again, let's just hope she finally understands what I had to go through. Although I'm not so sure a creature like her has the ability to sympathize.
Hi, John. Can we talk today? You've been constantly postponing our time to talk. You told me that you were busy last week, and you told me that we can talk this week, so can we please talk today?
Oh God, here you go again. When are you going to be mindful and understand? I'm tired today as usual, so let me go back to my room and sleep.
Well, I'm actually trying to be understanding about this relationship, but we've been married for more than half a year, you know? And don't you think it's awkward that we haven't had any decent conversations yet to this day? I haven't heard of any married couple like us.
I'm saying my work is busy. What can I do? This is what I'm saying. You are pushing your egos on me. Stop acting like a lunatic and understand about your husband's situation. Is that too much to ask? I'm doing my job and it drains me out, so I need to sleep as long as possible to recover.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm working as well, you know? I'm also in the middle of a big project and I'm quite busy too, you know? But I think it's just as important for us to talk.
Don't even try to compare my job to your shitty job. What I'm doing has more impact on society than yours, and it's more well-known corporation than yours. You were lucky to get that job promotion. I worked my way up and got the respect I deserved. Yours is pure luck.
Oh God, you're still bragging about that? It wasn't only luck that I got that job, you know.
Well, I really don't give a damn about it. Whatever. I wouldn't know the details anyways. Anyways, there's nothing I want to talk to you about, so I'm going to sleep. You were going to lure me into your stupid talk and waste my important sleep time.
Wait up, it's important. Your sleep time might be important, but I need to tell you something that is just as, or even more important.
Please, shut up. Seriously, I don't want to hear it. There's nothing more important than my sleep time. How can you be so egoistic? You might not be tired and still have a lot of energy left since you have nothing much to do. But I'm tired from work and need to sleep. I work harder and have more responsibilities than you. Is that hard for you to understand?
Oh Lord, okay, I'll leave you alone then.
Oh, but you obviously need to cook me dinner. That's your real job. And it better be something I like a sautéed salmon and mashed potatoes or curry dish or something good. You're a wife. You need to cook and do all your daily chores. If you seriously put all your time and effort into that, then you won't have any energy left to talk to me. So don't you dare talk to me. If you do, I'll ignore you. If you understand, what are you waiting for? Get on with it, man. You are so slow.
Unfortunately, we don't have any salmon today, so I guess I'll make a curry dish then. Hey, John, you don't have to respond, so can you at least listen to what I'm saying? I'll do all the talking, so just hear me out. I really need to tell you something. Like I told you a week ago, it's very important.
Okay then, talk from behind the door. You better thank me for sparing you my precious time. I'm gonna be in my room, so you go on. Talk. That should be more than enough, right?
All right then, I'll do that. I told you everything, okay? Please think about it carefully and let me know what you think.
Huh? What? Were you saying something? Sorry, I didn't understand anything, 'cause I was listening to music.
Oh, really? Well, I kind of thought so. Then should I tell you again? You really need to take it seriously and listen to me.
No, that won't be necessary. It's not worth my time. I can figure what you're gonna say anyways. It's your usual egoistic BS that can be solved by yourself. Why are you so dependent on me? You think for yourself and solve it by yourself.
Okay, so that means you won't fuss about it later, right? This is something we both have to agree on.
Of course not. I really don't care what you're saying. Plus, I'm telling you over and over, do it yourself. You're a grown-ass woman. Just do your daily chores as a wife, and that's all I ask you. You get it?
How can you hate me so much? What have I done to you? Don't you think it's childish to keep ignoring me like this? At least we should talk when something serious comes up.
Ignore. It's just that your voice is too quiet, so I can't hear you. Speak up. Oh man, I really regret marrying an introvert like you. You're so soft and weak, always trying to make me do things I don't want to. If you want me to listen to you, then you need to lighten up and try to be more attractive. Go watch YouTube on how to be a more attractive woman or something like that.
Anyways, I told you my point. So don't complain later, okay? I'm willing to take all the necessary measures.
I told you I won't. You're so stupid. Don't ask me the same thing ever again, okay? Just let me sleep. I'm tired from work.
I think you will regret this. I'm just giving you the heads up. So, here are the photo proofs that you asked for, Ava. I'm sorry to tell you, that man is officially a jobless loser in my eyes. But it's so obvious he's jobless even without seeing this. Thank you for doing this, Olivia. I appreciate you sparing your time and effort for me. So, he is actually jobless, huh? Well, that's not a surprise, but it's kind of shocking to know the truth. Oh, no worries. I'm jobless too, and I get a kick out of following people around. I followed him everywhere, and it was actually fun. Plus, a jobless person knows best about another jobless person. That knowledge is nothing to be proud of, but it was pretty easy to predict his behavioral patterns. I knew where he had to go for a low-budget lunch and all the other places where he can waste time for free. I knew he was going to go to that park and also that library. I'll pretend I didn't hear the part about you getting a kick out of following someone. Maybe you should become a private investigator if you're jobless. That might be the right job for you. I can kind of see you becoming a popular private investigator. Ava, you don't understand, do you? If I can become a private investigator, I would love to be one. But it's not like you can be a private investigator that easily. Maybe one day, you know? Who knows? If you need another investigation that time, I will help you out for free. Oh, yeah, that's true, but I have a gut feeling that you will be one someday. And I surely hope that this is the last time I need to investigate anybody. Ideally, I would want to live in peace and not have doubts on anyone. Oh, but it's not going to happen. I don't wear glasses. I should have read more books in the dark and played video games all day. Come on, not all private investigators wear glasses. I never got along in any of my previous workplaces, which simply means I'm not made for working. I never understood why I had to do all of those unnecessary things to get along with everyone. Well, if you really look into it, then I think you'll find something that fits you. And I'm pretty sure private investigator is your calling. I mean, look at all these proofs. The photos are professional quality, too. You're really good at this. Well, thank you for the compliment. But even though I'm jobless, I'm an honest jobless person. Unlike John, who can't even confess to his wife that he got fired. I don't lie about what I'm doing. Plus, wasting his day outside doing nothing, I like to be more efficient with my time. I would rather help someone out. I'm a different kind of jobless person. Yeah, well, he's a man that has too much pride, so there are a lot of other problems that come along with it. It's complicated, to say the least. I remember you telling me you got your job promotion at the same time as your marriage, right? It wasn't really a job promotion, but my plan and proposal for this big project somehow got through, and we began working with this big corporation. And I became the leader of that project to work with that corporation. So, to be exact, it wasn't really a job promotion. I kind of paved my way into it. Well, that's something to be happy for. That's amazing, Ava. But to be honest, it wasn't all just happy news. Unfortunately, that corporation happened to be the one that John failed the interview for. So that was the beginning of the end. How childish of him to ignore you for 8 months because of that jealousy. That pride or whatever of his is toxic. He should be happy for you and celebrate when his wife succeeds in work. I don't have a partner, so I really don't understand any of that. But as a person, he definitely is childish and a real scumbag. Well, John has too much pride and ego for being happy for me like that. If he was really successful in his work, then maybe, but as a jobless husband, he can't tolerate his wife being more successful than him. I really think that his pride and ego are really hurting him badly. It's uncontrollable. What? You're on his side for this? You're actually feeling sorry for him? Oh, you're such a kind person. I would never make you sad if I was in his shoes. Well, it's not like I'm on his side. I kind of pity him for that. My dad was kind of like that, so I've seen how a man reacts to things like this. My mom had a really hard time dealing with him. So in the beginning, I tried to understand him, But it just kept getting worse and the insults became too much, and I finally reached my breaking point. Wow, if it was me, I would have left without telling him in the first week. So, did you precisely tell him what you were going to do next? Yeah, yesterday I tried telling him, but he wouldn't listen as usual. He says he doesn't even want to see my face at home. It might sound crazy to you, but he even makes me leave all the meals in front of his room and he eats inside alone. Ava, why do you even obey that? He's just neglecting you, and he absolutely does not deserve a kind person like you. You shouldn't have let that kind of nonsense happen. Ugh, I feel so sorry for you. Thanks, but I guess I'm a softie at heart and blindly good-natured. But I'm going to show him when a person like that snaps, there's going to be serious consequences. Yeah, that's the way to go, Ava. I really don't want to see you get mistreated like that. Oh, by the way, did you settle things with the real estate? They're pretty nice, right? Yes, thanks for hooking me up. They were very thoughtful and found me a good apartment. No, everything's all ready. Tonight, I'm going to try to talk to him for the last time. And if he ignores me, I'm going to take action right away. Well, 8 months of ignoring, and I'm pretty sure nothing is going to change tonight, but hopefully he responds. Yeah, most probably it's going to be the same. I'll keep you informed. Thanks for the photos and everything else, Investigator Olivia. Yes, let's go, Ava.
Yo, how many times do I have to tell you? Your stupidity is through the roof at this point. I'm freaking tired from my job, so don't talk to me. You had no idea I was gonna say this to you? Now is the time for me to finally relax and rejuvenate, so don't come knocking at my door. You're violating my time to chill out.
Well, since you told me that I should take my job as a wife seriously, I was just going to ask you what you wanted to eat for dinner.
Think for yourself, dummy. Your job as my wife is a failure. Don't you understand that I'm tired from work? Any caring wife will consider that first.
But today is Saturday, so you don't have work, right? What do you mean you're tired from work?
Oh, well, I had to go into the office on my day off. I'm so busy now that I don't even have time to take a full day off, you know. I am responsible for this huge project, and I have so many things to do. You have no idea to be in a position like that. Which means you need to leave me alone.
Huh? Alright, I'll just make something and leave it in front of the room.
On that note, why can't you make my dinner earlier? You're so slow in everything you do. And all of this I have to put up with. You're so not fit as my wife. Hurry up and bring me my dinner. You better feel lucky that I'm your husband, just like you had luck for that job promotion. The one and only thing you have is luck. Hey, what the hell is this? The house is dead empty. What have you done?
What do you mean, what? I just moved out of the house. Isn't it pretty self-explanatory?
Stop messing with me. How can you be so self-centered doing this without even consulting me? You think this is funny?
Well, John, countless times I tried to talk to you, but you never listened. This is what I wanted to talk to you about.
What right do you even have to do this on your own? You can't do this.
Well, I'm sure you remember. I used to live in that house alone before we got married, and after marriage, you moved in. The contract is under my name, and I have every right to move out whenever I want to. Don't you understand that? Don't worry, I left all your belongings there.
You piece of crap. saying all this BS. I don't care if the house is under your name. You had to let me know, and you failed to do that. If it's something of this magnitude, you should have texted me instead of talking through the door, which, like I said, I had trouble hearing.
I tried many times. I really wanted to talk to you face to face because it was something of this magnitude. So I didn't want to text you about this.
Yeah, right. You knew that I wasn't going to listen to you, so you didn't text me. Even when you were in front of the door, you knew I wasn't listening.
Wow, you knew exactly well. You just admitted that it's your fault since you weren't listening. It's too late to lash back out at me now.
God damn it, you sneaky bastard.
Anyways, you should go and see what's on your desk.
Really? A freaking divorce paper?
Yes, I want a divorce. Are you even surprised? Don't tell me you had no idea that it was coming sooner or later. Can you sign and file it for me? That's the least you can do.
I'm not gonna approve this divorce nonsense. Of course it's not gonna happen.
What? You've been ignoring me for 8 months straight after marriage. And how can you have the audacity to refuse a divorce? Now you're finally talking with me? It's too late, Junior.
Shut up. I'm the one who decides if we're gonna divorce or not. It's not for you to decide. You don't have the right to make that kind of decision. You just obey me as you always do. That's the right way.
If you're going to say that, then shall we go to the court for this? We should let the judges decide.
What court? You're trying to threaten me?
I've already talked to my lawyer, so I don't mind. I have a good lawyer, you know. A husband that doesn't talk to his wife for 8 months? Sorry, but all the sympathy is towards me. She told me that I have a 100% chance of winning this case.
Yeah, alright then. We'll go to court. I'll fight your ass. You're my wife, and you can't just make up your own decisions. That's the rule, and everyone will understand.
Oh, it's okay then, huh? Fine, let's do this. Which probably means you will officially have to admit that you are jobless and people will know about it.
Huh? What are you saying?
You can lie all you want to me, but you can't lie in the court. If you don't know, if you lie after taking oath, then you could serve up to 4 years in prison and you will be fined thousands of dollars. Let's see if a high-pride man like you can handle that. So, shall we take this to court, huh?
That's absolute nonsense. And jobless. Why the hell do you...
You thought I wouldn't have known? You are underestimating me in every possible way. I knew that you were pretending like you went to work, but actually you were just wasting all that time in the city. You didn't want me to find that out, did you?
No, your guess is completely wrong on that. I'm not jobless. What are you even talking about? You have actually been in my office, right?
Yes, I have, but that is before you got fired.
Huh? No, it's not.
I know that you were really working before that, though. I don't know exactly when, but you got fired around 6 months ago, right?
No, that's a lie. You got it all wrong. You can't win in court with those lies. You're the one that's going to get in trouble lying in court. The fact of the matter is, I'm not jobless and never got fired. Do you even have proof to back up all those accusations? Which I'm sure you don't, since they're all lies.
Oh, so you really want me to show you the proof? Of course I have them. But if you admit it now, then I won't go further.
Why should I admit those BS? If you still think I'm jobless, then show me the proof.
Here you go then. Check these out.
What are these photos?
As you can see, it's you wasting your time in the city during the day. Look closely. Is this someone else I'm seeing? Look, the actual time is there too. You're in the casino during the day on a weekday when you're supposed to be at work. The one that you're daydreaming in the park like a weirdo was funny. Oh, did you see the one where you're sleeping in the public library? You sure need a lot of sleep, huh?
You bastard. Who the hell took these damn photos? And so many of them. There's no way you could have done this.
Well, that's none of your concern. The facts are there, and that's what's important. Anyway, this should very well prove that you're jobless.
Oh, I get it. I know who's behind this. And how dare you try to make a fool out of me?
What do you mean you got it?
Olivia, what the hell did you do? I know it's you. Stalking me around? I'm not going to forgive you for this. I'm going to make you regret this.
Hello? Oh, hey, John, how are you? You seem a little upset. And what are you exactly talking about?
Stop it. Don't play dumb with me. You're the only one that would enjoy acting like a private detective. I know it's you. You're jobless and have nothing better to do. You have all the time in the world to waste. Don't you have anything better to do than to stalk me?
Oh, darn, you found out. Well, that was quicker than expected. I guess you have good instincts, huh? But in any case, we're both jobless and have nothing better to do, so I'm sure we can get along, right?
What? I'm not jobless. And why the hell should I get along with you? That's the last thing I will do. You have no idea that your damn photos created a big misunderstanding with my wife, and that's why I will not forgive you for this.
Do you have any idea how much time I spent following you around? I surely spent a lot of time beyond your imagination following you around everywhere. Oh, by the way, I know of a better place to daydream if you want to know. And a better casino for that matter. Oh, have you tried the tuna melt sandwich at the place you always go? Anyways, there's no doubt that you are jobless. I have many more photos if you want to see them. Some of them were too miserable for Ava to see, so maybe I can show you those. This one is pretty funny. You are drooling all over this book when you're sleeping in the library.
What? You had more? Goddamn stalker, you're sick. How long did you actually stalk me? I'll sue your ass for invasion of privacy. You should be in prison for this.
Sure, go ahead. Then everyone will know that you're jobless. Can you take that, tough guy? I know that you're mentally weak, covering it up with your so-called pride.
You guys knew that I wouldn't sue you. What a dirty move, you scumbag.
Calling me a scumbag, huh? Do you even know what that means? You should look that up right now. Ignoring your wife for 8 months. A man who constantly made her cook and do all the daily chores. Ava worked her ass off in an office and came back and did all that, you know. And in the off days, she was cleaning the house and prepared meals for you. And you ignore her even when she did all of that for you? That person calls me a scumbag?
Damn you. You think you got the upper hand now?
Plus, you were even making Ava pay the rent. How is that even possible? How the hell did you convince her? You sponge off her like a loser and not even thank her about it, but you won't even talk to her? That's crazy. I think you're the scumbag of all scumbags. You are the definition of a scumbag. What do you think?
Forget it. There's no point in talking to an idiot like you. You just go on and keep stalking people around like that, and one day you'll go to prison for that. That is where a loser like you belongs.
Yeah, and you should keep on running away from reality when things go south like that. So, farewell. Enjoy the rest of your lonely life. Alone, somewhere where no one knows you exist. That's where a scumbag like you belongs.
Shut up. You are in deep shit for this. Remember that.
Can you stop taking it out on Olivia? She is not to blame here. Even if I didn't ask her, I could have easily hired a private investigator for proof, so she is not the villain here.
I know that idiot bitch talked you into this. She's having fun being in the middle of this drama. She has nothing better to do. What a parasite. She brainwashed you into doing this sneaky BS, right? I know it. I hate that parasite.
Why are you so convinced that she was the one that made me do this?
Well, obviously you won't bite back at me like that. I know you, and you're not that type. Olivia lured you into this, right? She think this is a movie or something.
John, you are taking me so lightly. I am not that lame, you know. We never talked that much, so obviously you don't know anything about me. Well, I have to tell you, this plan was all my idea. Not hers, but mine.
What? That can't be true. You don't need to cover for her, you know.
It's really simple. I am truly sick and tired of you, and I don't want to be with you. And after all that, I will not be satisfied until I get back at you. I mean, how can I be? You're going to get what you deserve.
Jeez, what's wrong with you? Are you depressed or something? You seriously need to see a psychiatrist. They'll give you a chill pill. You can take that, and we'll talk then.
You thought I would never get mad? Don't be silly. Anyone would be mad if they're treated like I was. Getting ignored for 8 months due to a stupid jealousy? Getting looked down on by a jobless loser? You've committed a serious sin to your wife. And you thought I would be like Gandhi or Mother Teresa or whoever and accept and forgive all your sins? Dream on. Enough is enough.
Wait, you need to relax. Take a moment to breathe. You're going insane.
I actually am very relaxed and very sane. You just need to sign the divorce paper and file it. If you say no, then we go to court. Am I clear on that?
Stop. I had no idea that your stress was building up that much. You should have told me earlier, and we could have worked this out. My bad. I'm sorry, so please spare me with this divorce. That is not something I wish for, and I'm sure it won't be good for you as well.
What? You're saying that now? I told you it's too late. It will be the best decision I've ever made.
Let me confess, I misdirected all of my anger of being fired towards you. You were in a good relation with the company I failed to interview for, and I couldn't accept that fact. So I took a chance and stormed into that company. That was the only choice I had.
What? That was you?
Yeah, then I got stopped by security. 2 big guys grabbed me by the arm and threw me out, and they checked my ID and was banned from that company for good. And because of that, I got fired. I just wanted to show that I was a legit and decent businessman. But unfortunately, it didn't work out, and it just added insult to injury, and I felt absolutely miserable after that.
I've heard from them that there was a perpetrator who came storming into the office with a 1-page proposal. Oh my God, that was you? Oh, I can't believe it. That is embarrassing. You didn't have to do that.
Anyways, my pride was torn into pieces, so I had to take it out on you. There was nothing I can do about it. You understand, right?
At first, I tried to understand, and I wanted to help. I knew that you were hurting yourself with your own pride. I kind of understand since my dad was like that, and I used to see Mom suffering. I was trying my best to follow your orders, but after constantly treating me so bad like that, whatever the reason is, my tolerance is up. It's too late. You had your chance, but missed it. So goodbye.
No, I really am sorry. I needed to hear this to really understand. I will reflect on what I have done from now on. I will be a changed man. Hey, stop ignoring me. We're still in the middle of our conversation. Hey, Ava, listen. I still have lots of things I need to share with you. You should hear me out. At least listen to what I have to say. Come on, please.
So, how does it feel to be ignored? The way you ignored me was way worse, you know. Plus, you were calling me names and ordering me to do this and that, and you even said that you don't want to see my face at home.
I'm sorry. From now on, I will listen to you and never call you names, and we will have dinner together in our dining room. Sounds good, right?
You did all that to me, so I have no intention of listening to you anymore. Get out of that house since it's under my name, and you need to pay me alimony. Then go on with your jobless and homeless life. I really don't care where you end up. From now on, I will ignore you forever. This is the last you will ever hear from me.
Wait up, please. Hey, Ava, I beg you, please. Listen to me. We can get back to where we were. I'll help you bring all the things you moved out of our house. Just tell me where you are, and I'll be there. Hello?
Hi, Ava. I'm glad the divorce is legally granted. Congratulations, you finally did it. So, John finally gave up and admitted in the end, right? Yeah, at first he wouldn't admit it and told me that we'll go to court and all that. But after a while, he started to be sorry, and he was telling me that he wanted to get back together and all that. And towards the end of the conversation, the talk of the court was gone. He didn't want anything to do with that. If it really went to court, it would have been a drag, so that was good. Wasting all the money and time and effort. Yeah, especially since the whole lawyer thing was a bluff. I'm glad he obediently filed the divorce paper. If we had to go to court, then I would have really had to find a lawyer. That would have been exhausting. Yeah, I'm sure. So what now? I'm going to live alone, quietly in peace for a while. Must be nice to have a space where no one's bossing me around. Work-wise, the ongoing project is still far from over, and I'm going to concentrate on my work. It's something I really wanted to be a part of since I was in college, so I'll nail it. And what about you? What are you going to do? Isn't it about time you find a job? Well, actually, I simply wanted to tell you that I got a job as an assistant for this private investigation office. Just like you predicted a while ago. It has begun. Oh, really? Oh, congrats! That's an ideal job for you. You can call me Mystic Ava from now on. You really are meant to be a private investigator. You were already like a professional at that point, I can assure you that. Well, I'm just an assistant, so technically I'm not a private investigator yet. But soon I will be someone that all sinners shall fear. But from now on I can legally stalk someone. That is so nice. I will expose everyone. After the divorce, John became homeless and jobless. He really did this to himself because of his uncontrollable pride and ego. With his little left savings, he's now living in a cheap dormitory in the corner of the city. He was always telling me he wanted to be alone in his room, but now he has to share a room with a stranger. He is making a living with jobs that pay him daily, probably switching between road work to construction work depending on the day. I hope he wouldn't end up as a street thug or a gangster or a con man, but I don't think he would go that far. And in parallel, he's still job searching. He was saying that he wanted to be a legit and successful businessman, so he won't give up on his dream yet. I think if he matures a little more and his unnecessary pride is gone, he actually has the skills and ability to get hired in a decent company. But right now, I would say he's living a pretty tough life. The future's unknown for him and nothing is guaranteed. His pride is torn into pieces, so it should be tough in the beginning. But when that's gone, then he has a chance to restart his life from scratch. And for the compensation, he voluntarily paid me the alimony. That was kind of surprising at first, but at least he was a man that I was once married to, and before the marriage, he was actually a gracious man. That's why I accepted him as my husband, so upon the divorce, he was a good sport, and I appreciate that. As for how John is feeling right now, he is in deep regret and feels truly sorry for me, in his own right. I think he should be feeling that way so he can become a better person. I know everyone makes mistakes, and if they truly own it, then they won't make the same mistakes anymore. As I mentioned, I haven't talked to him since then and won't be backing him up in any way. I do have some compassion towards him, but it's not like I'll sacred person and accept and forgive everything he did. Time will tell if we ever cross paths again or not, and God only knows how I would react at that time. Anyways, I hope he carefully reflects on everything he's done and hope that in his next endeavor, he'll be able to succeed in whatever he does and maybe meet someone and be happy. As for Olivia, she first started working part-time in a private investigation office as an assistant and quickly demonstrated her skills. Because of her, the office got many new offers, and now she's working full-time and is highly paid. Her stalking skills are somewhat better than most of the other investigators, and her personality is well received in that field. Oh, and her photo skills are top-notch, too. She never really found the calling till now in any other job she's ever done, so I'm really happy for her. Basically, my divorce helped her find the calling. When the right person is in the right place, she's unstoppable. She's like a fish in water, happily stalking and exposing people of their wrongdoings. Just like Olivia, I want to succeed in my job. The project I'm working on now is my dream project since my college days. It'll definitely have an impact on the society in a very positive way, and I'm very proud and happy to be a part of it. Now that I don't have a bossy husband around me anymore, I am also an unstoppable fish in the water.